came into this channel and your light is flickering and you're wondering, hey, who is that Lizzy? Well, I am the host. I'm right here in Toronto, Canada, of the LizyT Show. We started about 4 years ago just on the radio, what's called now a podcast. So we have shows on the radio and we also have shows right here on IGTV. For you that are watching right now from all over the world, I welcome you. And for you that has DM'd me and say, hey, your guest is going to give something away, I want it. So your name, do not worry, your name is here on the LizyT mug, and at the end of the show we will be giving away an amazing gift, so not to worry. So stay tuned, stay logged in, everyone, and we will be starting very, very shortly. So I'm just wanted to make sure that people join in a little bit more. We get more guests, and it's going to be an amazing show. We have a lot of things to cover today, and we have a lot of surprises. So I am going to be inviting more people right now, and I'm hoping that you can stick around. So I'm going to be sending more invites, and I am very, very happy that all of you are here today to join us with the show. So I'm going to be reading a little bit of the bio before we start. And okay, everyone, so let's get started. Today, everyone, I have a guest. I met her when I was doing my podcast, and also when I was able to go around and interview people on the venues or at their premises. And because of COVID, we know that that is no longer the case. So Zooms and IGTV and also YouTube is the new venue. So we have to take advantage of it, and we have to promote people that way. This lady is incredible. She has an incredible story, and I am so honored that she's here with us today. Her name, everyone, for the ones that you have not seen, you can see on the link below, LizyT with Alka, and you will see her name. She is, I will read you the bio, just bear with me 1 second. I just wanted to make sure that you are LinkedIn, LizyT with Alka. Alka Sharma is making wave on the fitness world with her unique style, a drive for health, and a healthy lifestyle. Her 3 passions include dance, kickboxing, and helping individuals reach their full potential. By turning them into passionate about health and fitness, everyone. Her own journey was being challenged as she struggled with her own weight, and obviously I don't know how. I guess we haven't seen pictures of her previously, but she looks amazing, and self-confidence, which I can't see that either. Alka is an accomplished professional ballroom dancer. Incredible. I believe that, definitely. She has danced and she has competed nationally and internationally, and I assume she's won because I've seen some videos which are incredible. Through her trainings and other forms of training, her journey into the world of fitness has begun. Incredible. And for you that are on lockdown in different parts of the world, and you're wondering, how can I get fit? What do I do? We have an expert that will be telling us how can we get fit. What do we do? For people that are struggling with weight loss, for people that are struggling with trying to be healthy, and I hate using that word weight loss. I want to be able for you to understand that health is more important than the weight, because as all of you know, let's not be naive, there are people that find different ways of shedding off the pump, which sometimes is not healthy. So let's try to talk into a healthy way, and here is the expert that will tell us all about it. If you have questions, everyone, please write it on the chat below, please. This is your opportunity to ask an amazing expert, how can we take care of ourselves? How can we be fit? So without further ado, everyone, I think I will be calling her in. She's on the line. Our request in a couple of seconds rather, and she will. Welcome, beautiful.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much, and it's quite an honor to be on your show today. So I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much.
Oh, it is the honor, my sweetheart. It is all mine. We've done this before. It's amazing how the world just goes around, and we're here once again. We've done radio. I've gone to your fitness studio, the one that you used to have. Now we're back here again. It is incredible. So, Alka, for people that are watching us, and when I was reading your bio, you weren't this amazing, confident, beautiful self. You had some weight issues, which I've known you for a very long time, and I don't see how, but can you take us back a little bit, and how did you overcome this struggle of yours? I mean, it's considered a struggle.
Absolutely, Lizzie. And you know what? Each and every one of us, we all have a story. We have a story,
yes.
Whether it's to lose the weight, whether it's to reclaim back your health or your confidence. So the essence and what it comes down to is, what are you willing to do about it? And so for me, as I struggled with weight and confidence and the self-esteem, as most of us do, what I decided to do was I wanted to know, how can I really change myself, only physically, but to learn how to have more fun. And in doing so, I plucked up the courage to walk into a gym, which was daunting because not many of us, we don't like to do that. But, when it comes down to your goals, it's really crucial that you devote yourself, you spend that time, and you carve that time for yourself. Because fitness is a journey, it's not a destination. And so taking care of yourself is huge, and it's a paramount that you do so.
I find that still incredible to believe that you struggle with weight loss, because you're so fit. Every time I see you, you're very confident, and you can tell you take care of yourself. By the way, for you guys just join in, thank you so much. If you have questions, concern, if you would like to ask our expert, please do so on the chat below down here. And Sabina, for you that joined us again, well, thank you and welcome. So ballroom dance, is that how you started your fitness world, your fitness life? Because I've seen some of the videos that you are an incredible ballroom. I mean, you competed all over the world.
Yes, I did. And Lizzie, I just want to go back to the point that you just made, that I look fit. We've known each other for a while now, but if I look fit, it's a lot of hard work. It's the hard work that goes into it, like with anything. So I spend time. I mean, I'm an owner of a fitness studio in Thornhill, but I mean, I can say, well, I'm an owner of a fitness studio, but I really don't have to work. But no, if fitness is a part of my life, I make it part of my life. I work out 3-4 times a week because I'm passionate about that. And as we're talking about dance, and I've competed nationally, internationally, and dance was the pinnacle. It was the highlight of my life. I mean, I began dancing in 2004, and my last competition was in 2015. And that was such an instrumental part of my life that in my book, The Cocoon from Cocoon to CEO, on the cover, I had butterflies, and the butterflies actually symbolized the freedom that it gave me. I had wings to fly. And so I always refer back to my life. And dance actually gave me that. It gave me the freedom. It gave me the confidence, not only in the beautiful, gorgeous costume, but it gave me the confidence to really know who is this woman, that I'm capable of doing anything.
Wow,
So that
wow.
was a beautiful part of my life, yes.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful. I've heard you talk many times, but I've never heard you talk that way, so passionate and so confident. And I know that ballroom dancer is definitely one of your passions. Was anybody in your life or something that you saw on TV or a dancer, a friend of yours that was involved in ballroom dancing and you thought, I gotta learn that, I gotta do that? How did all that got started?
Right. So it pretty much stemmed from back in my childhood. And when I was in my teens, I always wanted to take up dance class. So back in England, I never had the opportunity. And so somehow when I moved to Canada, there was a dance studio pretty much just down my street. And one day coming back from work, I actually walked into the dance studio, and pretty much that's how my journey into dancing began, because the instructor showed me a basic step of rumba. It's just like a form, you're in like a square of rumba. And, I was hooked, and I was excited to come back the next day. And then from there, it just progressed, and I was really... I wanted to know how the dancing really is going to fit. How does it fit into my life? And it just fitted beautifully. That then competition was the way of my life.
How long were you competing, and how long were you in that lifestyle? Because it is a lifestyle. I have friends that are part of it. They're always training, they're always competing, they're always buying new outfits, they're traveling.
Oh, yeah.
How long did that last in your life?
Oh, wow. It lasted a long time, because I began competing in 2004. And my last competition was in 2015. So that was just a huge part of my life. That was really quite amazing. And I couldn't believe how beautiful this community really is, because the dancing is a small community that pretty much...
Okay, I think we got a little frozen there with Alka. Hopefully she's able to join us back in. Looks like we did just lost a bit of the connection. So Alka, if there you go. So she is we lost the connection. Everyone, you are watching the LizyT Show right here on IDTV, and it looks like she's just back in, and we will call you back again. Alka, thank you so much, and we'll call you back in. Sometimes the internet connection just stop. No worries, we will continue on. So I assume, Alka, that you were able to win many awards and many competition after you being this shy person, thinking that you maybe weren't good enough to do this. You ended up winning. How did it feel?
Oh, how did it felt amazing. It just felt amazing. I mean,
yeah,
knowing, when your competition, when it's a first of anything, whether it's competing, first of speaking, the first speaking engagement that you have, or dancing, is pretty much the same thing. So it was my first, and it pretty much was a daunting experience. But once you're on the dance floor, you're not there for a long time. You're there for about, say, 30 seconds, and that's it. So that was so beautiful to know that, I was able to dance in these beautiful, gorgeous costumes, whether it was Latin or ballroom dancing. And, I was recognized. But that, for me, that was the most important thing. to be recognized by my peers, to be recognized by the judges, because dancing is a small community, and we did a circuit, so everyone would get to know each other. They'll get to know your names and recognized. So that was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And yes, I've won so many accolades.
And I get that's a startup of a brand new life for you, because you thought, well, if I can do this and if I can win in doing this, I probably can do many other things. So let's talk about the studio you own now, Alka Total Fitness. My goodness, after everything that you've done in your life, you probably were part of the corporate world, dancing studio, and now you decided to open up a studio of your own. How did this idea come about?
So the idea pretty much came about based off my story. And as my story, in my childhood, I struggled with weight, and I struggled with self-confidence and self-esteem. So a vision pretty much just came to me, and I said, okay, you know what, if I wanted to open a studio, but that studio is going to be with a difference, and that's going to be a boutique style studio. So boutique style is a smaller class size, but we are big on results. So pretty much it stemmed from my story and how I struggled with weight, and that first time when I plucked the courage to walk into a gym was pretty much a daunting experience that I never want anyone to face that. So when a client comes into the studio, she might be feeling shy because of, physically how she's looking, but we are a non-judgmental zone. So that's why I take pride in that, and my team takes pride, because we are there for you and we embrace you. So it's not your shape, it's not your size, it's the love that you have, the beautiful woman that you are. We want to embrace that. So that's why Alka Total Fitness Studio is different from the corporate gyms out there, because we're a smaller class size, but we're big on results, and we are a non-judgmental zone, and it's a community feeling and a community building that I truly take pride in.
That's awesome. And everybody that wants to go to a gym, definitely you don't want to feel ostracized. You don't want to people looking at you up and down, and I'm like, what are you doing here? That kind of thing. You want to be able to feel comfortable. And a lot of people work out on their own. They don't want to go to a class. They don't want to go to a gym because they feel not confident enough. They don't feel comfortable in being part of it. And I'm glad that your gym is completely the opposite, and you can help out people, to feel the best that they can are. And you work towards having that wonderful goal. And talk about goals. A lot of us, unfortunately, I have to include myself, we're all struggling right now with being on lockdown and being, COVID. Some gyms are closed. What can we do right now, Alka? How can we help ourselves to be able to continue to be fit? And I know that you're starting something very, very amazing on your studio, which is classes online. But question number one, how can we keep ourselves fit, knowing that there is not a lot of places that they're open still?
Yeah, absolutely. So with COVID, pretty much it's given each and every one of us a platform. It's given each and every one of us really the experience that we needed, because this time that we have for ourselves, we can do so much. So we could do like back in March, actually, I did a presentation and I talked about immune system and what to eat and to exercise. So for me, what I love the most, Lizzy, I love body weight exercises, because body weight, you could do that anywhere. You could do it in a park. You could do it in a forest. You could do it in a jungle. So body weight, what are my go-tos? I love so it's pretty much based off of calisthenics. And calisthenics pretty much is strength training, but combined with cardio. So body weight is amazing. It's phenomenal. So your viewers watching today, like tomorrow morning, you can start by doing a plank, push-up. So when you combine a jump element into that, that's called plyometric. And plyometric simply means you're challenging your fast twitch muscle fibers. So it's really knowing that your balancing and your coordination are coming into play at the same time. So you're improving your endurance, your coordination, your balance, and also, with the jump element, I highly recommend. So what I would recommend when you're talking about body weight exercise, so take your basic strengthening moves. Like you've got your push-ups, you've got your push-ups, you've got your lunges, and you combine a jump element into that. That is going to be phenomenal. You're going to see amazing results. You're going to lose the weight. You're going to burn fat, and it is beautiful. That is my go-to.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alka. By the way, if you guys are watching, everyone, Designed Lewis is here. Thank you. We're speaking to Alka. She is the owner and CEO of Alka Total Fitness. She's giving us amazing tips right now, how to keep fit now that we're on lockdown. Obviously, different places in different parts of the world, they're going through different things, but that should not stop. And one of the things that I have refused to do is go for my jogs and refuse to stop doing rather is go for my jogs and go from, even if it's an hour walk, I'm doing. But I love the tips that you're talking about using your own weight to keep it up because I don't have weights at home. And so using your own weight to do the plank and to do sit-ups and things like that can actually really, really help.
But that's so you know what, you don't have to, if you don't have weights at home, you could actually use anything that items around the house. If you have those water bottles, the large ones, you can actually just have those. Do and hold that while you're doing a lunge. So you're working your upper body as well as your lower body. So just be creative. That's the good thing about body weight exercise. You can be creative.
Yes, and we have the own weight of our own body to use, which is great. I know the planks are great ideas. So you have launched something really amazing because a lot of us do still like to go to the class and kickboxing is one of my forte, and obviously some places are still not running. So you're doing stuff that it really targets people that are at home to be able to work out. So classes online, how does that happening?
Oh, it's beautiful. We started with Zumba. So we have Zumba on Sundays at 2 p.m. So that's actually the first class that we started. But it truly is quite amazing. Online, everything's online. So if you love dance, then Zumba is for you. But you know what I say, Lizzie, to all my clients is that choose a workout that truly resonates with you, that's in alignment with your goals. Because when it's in line with the goals, when it resonates with you, you are going to see phenomenal results. And at the end of the day, it comes down to results. At the end of the day, it comes down to improving your self-confidence. Oh, I love, I started with, say, Pilates or TRX. Now I've improved my endurance and my passions. I want to do kickboxing. So it truly is amazing. Once you hone into one particular workout, every other aspect sort of translates from that.
Awesome. And thanks so much, everyone, for sending those beautiful hearts. Keep it up. Keep it up. Questions, everyone. We are here. And do not forget, yes, we do have the names right here on the LizyT mug for winners. We have their names. Thank you for DMing us. And I hope that you that DM me said, I want to win something, that you are here today. So for the classes online, how do people do? What do they have to do? How do they go? And obviously that's the theme of the show. Tell us who you are and what you do. So how do they register?
Absolutely. So we send you a link. We send you a link to register. And then, you just go to that, and then you'll get another email that will allow you to come and join. So that is the process. We send you the registration link. Yeah.
Awesome. So I assume that you have to just have a computer, a laptop, or a cell phone, and then log in and follow the instructor. Beautiful.
Exactly.
So you talked about this book, and I love the cover, the title, from Cocoon to CEO. What inspired you to write this book? My goodness, look at you.
Well, it stemmed from my story, and
Yes.
once again, it is my biography. So it's my biography from when I, in my formative years, like I was bullied. Physically, I was not happy in the body I was in, and I was bullied, and I really didn't like school. So I hated going to school. I hated being at home. So that whole aspect of my journey was pretty much a dismal part of my life, that if I were to, describe in colors, was gray. Mm-hmm. So the book sort of takes you to my journey, where I was as a teen, and then in my marriage, and then today as a successful entrepreneur and CEO of a beautiful boutique style fitness studio. So all in all, my journey has taken me to depths to really improve, but also most importantly is to impact. So my book is to impact so many women who are pretty much struggling with, who are struggling with, a broken marriage, who are struggling with relationships, and they don't know what to do. They don't know where is that way out. And so this book pretty much sums up that I am here with you on your journey, because each and every one of us, we all have a story. And
for sure.
So we have a story, and it comes down to, for me, is impacting so many women, impacting so many lives, that if I can do it, in my marriage, it was traumatic, but I picked up the pieces. And I think the key here is, how are you picking up the pieces in your life? How are you showing up in your life, no matter the struggles and the circumstances that you are in? But how are you showing up each and every day with confidence, with grace, and knowing that everything is possible for you? So these are the key ingredients, and that's what in my book, that's what I go through. What are the steps that I took, that you can take those as well?
That is awesome. I love the inspiration, everyone. If you just join in right now, Vadi Buskin, that's the AK, I'm not sure who it is. Thank you so much for joining. Questions right here, right underneath the chat box. And we're here with Alka Total Fitness. Alka Sharma. She is the CEO, the entrepreneur, author, ballroom dancer, winner internationally and nationally. She has all the accolades and all the titles, which every time I see her, I'm very impressed of all the work and all the stuff that you've been doing. I mean, your public speaking, that's something added to your repertoire now. I've seen you conducting seminars and webinars, and I mean, your life is changing around all the time. And I love about the part of the book that if you always say that if I can do it, so can you. And it's a lot of people said, well, this is Alka. Look at her. She's, she owns a studio. She's an author, an international author. She's a ballroom dancer. Well, I don't think you understand, because she wasn't like that all the time. So I'm hoping that this book will be able to inspire you and give you tiny little nuggets for you to be able to go take that next step that perhaps is missing in your life. Perhaps you think that I don't have what it takes. Perhaps you're thinking that, it's hard. Obviously it is, but we got to stop somewhere. Alka, where can people get your amazing book?
It's available on Amazon. So
beautiful.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I'll send you a link later, so if your viewers want, they could get the book. But it's
awesome.
Yes.
I will have everyone right after IGTV is saved. You will be able to get the link for her website, and also Alka Total Fitness, and also the book. Awesome. Hello, Renata. Welcome for joining us. We are speaking right now with Alka Total Fitness. She is a CEO and creator of Alka Total Fitness. By the way, if you just joined us, Renata, she was not always this confident. She suffered with self-esteem, overweight, being bullied. Now she owns this amazing studio, and also she is an author. So Renata, if you would like to ask some questions, she's one of our LizyT followers. She's always here, and thank you so much for your support. So you had a summit, a webinar, and that I think is your very first one. How did the feeling of creating something so amazing, how did it feel planning and creating this? I mean, this is not you. This is the new you.
With anything whatever it is that you plan, whatever it is that you want to do, it just comes. But you also have a team of people. You have a group of people around you that make that happen. But once you're in that place, it's just beautiful. It's just like dance. It was my first dance, back in 2004, and then, it was just second nature because then I was competing. So when you're doing doing one engagement, you feel, you're a bit daunted, but then, you're fine. Because then you've done so many, and then it just becomes second nature, becomes secondhand, that you just don't think twice about it. So it was really beautiful. And just like, with dance and everything, it was just, it was just a really beautiful aspect that, you just want to include and just want to make that happen for yourself.
Awesome. So Renata, she is a photographer.